Good morning, lovely people. Today, 29th of January 2025. The headline in the Australian newspaper is Meghan hit with major new career setback. And then when you click into the article, it says Meghan has reportedly postponed the release of her new podcast episodes amid challenging career period. After delaying the January premiere of her Netflix cooking show with Love Meghan due to the catastrophic fires in LA, who believes that? Nobody. She didn't postpone it because of the fires. That's my personal view. Maybe I should do a read on that. It's now been revealed that the scheduled release of her new episodes of Archetypes podcast have also been postponed. Remember, she re-released. I don't know how she could have the gall to do new episodes when it was so, after Bill Simmons called them the effing grifters. But anyway, let's see. How is Meghan feeling? Firstly, about postponing this. Let's see. It's making her the front and center. She's playing the victim. Look how strong I am. Oh, I'm just like the royals. I'm postponing it because of these things. But behind the scenes, she's feeling crushed. The newspaper article doesn't really say anything more about why she's postponed this relaunch. I'm not sure she ever had any intention of doing the relaunch. And then the article talks about the challenging period personally for Harry and Meghan because of the bruising Vanity Fair article, American Hustle. Okay, so what's this? I can't read the tiny writing. In the upright, it's normally my kind of protection card. So that would be exposed. Meghan is feeling exposed by this recent wave of media attention, a negative media attention. So let's ask the cards. Did she ever intend to relaunch the podcast? Did she ever intend to relaunch it with new material? Jackal, so that's a predator. If she thought that she could get something out of it, absolutely she would relaunch it. Beaver, but in the upside down. The problem is she has no work ethic. That's the problem. That's why she flits from one thing to the next. She wants to have all the kudos associated with the project without actually having to do the project. And the rhinoceros, that's sort of virility. I often think of a male who's very virile, sexy, energetic, but it's in the upside down, so this could really well be Harry, because, he's not the most manly man in my view, and it could be in the upside down, might be that he's begging her, please, after everything that's happened, don't go and do another stupid damn podcast. Meghan still thinks it's a good idea. She still thinks it's a good idea. Look at that gold shining light coming from behind closed doors. They want to know more about us, H. But the whole thing is orchestrated. Not only the podcast or the idea of the podcast, but this new leak to the media saying, oh, she's not in a good place, so she's not in a good space to do it right now. She was supposed to do it a year ago when Lemonada re-released her Archetypes podcast. This, to me, is often a death card. I think her podcasting days are over. They really are over. Even though she tried to claim it as a victory by getting her podcasts to be spread further by Lemonada Media, they re-released that Archetypes thing. I don't think anybody actually watched it on re-release. The death of the podcast career, and I also just think she thinks it's too much hard work. And there she is with all the balls in the air. She's juggling so many things, don't you know? Snow leopard, but in the upside down. She really thought that the podcast would be a way of playing the victim and vilifying people who had done bad things to her in the past. And then she wanted to do a podcast about the word bitch, but she didn't want to say the word bitch. Wolverine. Yeah, so normally with Meghan, I get these cards upside the right way up, which is showing a very predatory energy. But now she is feeling set upon. She is feeling set upon. Ooh, wisdom. If she had stayed in the royal family, they would have had the wisdom to let her know when a project was sensible or not. And the chameleon in the upside down. And this card always reminds me of Meghan, because there's that dress that she wore at the that car rental place, going in the back entry hurts. And there's the crown that she wanted on her head, and there's the chameleon, and she thinks she can mirror the chameleon, but it's in the upside down. The problem is, people have seen right through her now. There's no appetite or desire to hear anything from her. She's shown herself to be a fake and a phony, according to these cards, and even when she was popular, the podcast didn't do well. So can you imagine now how much worse it would be? I get from these that she never intended to release new material in a podcast. And so them telling us this now as some big kind of news is just, again, her playing tricks and trying to get publicity out of something. What do you think? Do you think she ever intended to re-release it? Would you have listened to it? Please like if you do and subscribe if you haven't. Even if you comment with just an emoji, it really helps me out to show this content to more people. So may the angels walk with you now and always and guide every step of your day.